This is my first video. Whoa, why am I getting teary-eyed?
And this is Heathered with Freckled Brunette's creation. So go check her out. We are even trying to talk her into starting a YouTube channel because I think she would do amazing. She does shorts right now on YouTube, but we're trying to talk her into doing an actual YouTube channel because I think she would do such a great job. So Heather, here's your sign. Start that YouTube channel.
Hey, hi, how are ya? I am Heather with Freckled Brunette Creations.
And hopefully one day we have Heather at Freckled Brunette Creations. I'm hoping that she starts one soon. We all keep bothering her about it.
As you saw from the couple of little clips that I just posted, I've been encouraged by several friends for the last couple of years to finally get on here and make some long-form YouTube videos. So that's what I'm doing. This is my first video. I cannot guarantee that it's going to be edited. I'm going to do my best to make sure I post in the description what all these patterns are, who they're from, where you can find them. If I can get fancy enough and figure it out, I'll post a link somewhere, hopefully here on the screen for you. We shall see how that goes. So my first video is going to be everything that I crocheted while I was on my crochet retreat last week. I think it was last week. We got there on a Tuesday night and we left on Sunday morning. There were 11 women on the retreat, and Katie from the Celestial Homebody also joined us on Friday for a few hours. Between the 11 of us that were there, we ended up crocheting 269 items. I think that my final count was 20 items, which was 19 plushies and 1 non-plushie item. And I'm going to just jump right in and show you everything that I crocheted while I was on my retreat. So first we have these no-sew snails from Amigurumi Toys. I didn't time anything that I made on the retreat. Usually I time stuff at least when I make it once or twice to kind of get an idea, and that's how I price my items. I did not time anything on the retreat because you're sitting around talking, watching TV, laughing, helping other people, getting help, getting up, getting drinks, painting eyes, just all kinds of stuff. So I did not time any of these. I can't really tell you how long these took, but they did not take long at all. I do think that I'm probably going to price them in the $8 to $10 range. They are really cute. The snail body comes out separately from the shell, so you can just slide them in there. And I really think that at my market, I might have them in a couple of different bins. I might do the bodies in one with the shells next to them and kind of let people pick and choose their color combos. We'll see how that goes. We're just going to drop those right there. Next up are these mini macarons from the Squishy Witch, which, by the way, I love her username. This is a free pattern on Instagram. I think that I actually got the PDF from her copy, so you can also go there and check for it. But several people made these on the retreat, and I wanted to do them in a few different yarns and see how they worked up. This one is the Elise Voluto yarn. I think I borrowed this from Logan with Sunny Days Crochet. She let me use some of hers because I hadn't used it before, and I love the way it turned out. All of these do have 3D printed eyes from Cockeyed Creations. Honestly, they had been on my crochet cart and I cleaned it off to take with me to the retreat and kind of refound the eyes. So you'll see these eyes on a couple of different projects from the retreat because I forgot about them and I found them and I love them all over again. So yes, so this one was the Elise Voluto. This one is with Basic Chanel. And then this one is with the Premier Plush. Next we have Puddles the Platypus. He is from Avery Crafts a Lot. I made 3 of these little guys. Again, I didn't time them, but they worked up incredibly quick. They are no-sew. The pattern is a PDF that you can get from Etsy. And I will probably price these in the $8 to $10 range. I may also make some normal color ones as well, but I had to make some in the Perry the Platypus colors. Next up is something else that a couple of the other girls were making at the retreat, and I thought he was adorable and that I also needed to make him. So this is Sammy the Sea Slug from Who's Your Granny Creations. And her pattern has you make this frill and then sew it on. But Katrina with Faith and Loops Crochet was sitting right beside me, and she ended up surface crocheting, just single crochets all around, and then worked into that. That's what I also did, which is what I will continue to do when I do make more of these, because I just think this is really cute. And I will probably sell this one for $12. Really cute little sea slug. He is also free on Instagram, if I did not say that. My one non-plushie item that I made was this Granny Stitch market bag from Crafted by Cat. You can get the PDF for it, or she also has a free tutorial on YouTube. Honestly, I looked through the video once and now have it memorized, and I'm working on a second bag. I just watched the video to figure out how many rounds of increases and then how many rows I needed. And yeah, I've made a couple of her other patterns before, another tote bag, and this one may be my new favorite tote bag. So I'm working on it in another color, and I can definitely foresee myself making a few more of these. But I am going to make the handle longer on the one that I'm making right now. This is more of a, you know, kind of wear it on your arm. It doesn't really fit on the shoulder well, which is what I would like, or maybe even a crossbody. But I will show you the next one when I finish it in another video. Next up, I'm going to show you one of the bigger ones. I worked on this all day Saturday. Part of it was my fault. Well, all of it was my fault because I did not read the directions correctly. That was on me. It was a pattern test. I was trying to test it at a retreat with lots of women, and I was talking, and I did the incorrect legs because there was a Highland cow version and a spotted cow version. And I wanted to do the spotted cow, but I did the Highland cow legs, which then had no spots. So I ripped them out. I feel like I had another issue too that was just totally on me, but I don't remember what it was. But yeah, it took me all day long. Maybe it was Friday. Regardless, all day. But I absolutely love the way he turned out. He's so big. This is Cupcake the cow from the Naughty Dogs. I also tested her Donut the donkey, but I did not make that one on the retreat. I made it before the retreat. I also did not time this one because, again, I was on the retreat, but I do know that Donut the donkey took me 3 hours and like 17 minutes, 3 hours, 37 minutes, something like that. So based on that time, I will be pricing this one at $73. He actually probably took a little bit longer than Donut the donkey because of his color changes and stuff. But I just love him. I love her patterns and the way that she does them. On this one, the only thing that you sew are these back legs, and you sew on the ears. I really like the way that she does her patterns. I've done her seated big cats. I did Chase from her cat collection. You make the head, and then you flip it upside down, and you surface crochet around, and then you work the body up. You crochet the front arms in. I did sew on the udder too. I forgot about that. So you sew on the back legs, the udder, and the ears. But everything else is crocheted in. And like I said, you build off the head to make the body. And yeah, this is Cupcake the cow. I figured I'd go ahead and show you the other large plushie that I made while we were on the retreat. And isn't it cute? This is the Lane Goose pattern from Crochet Grove. It has been out for a little bit, and I bought it when it released, but I just had not made it yet. And you guys know that geese are definitely trending right now. I am also a fan of them. These are some more of the eyes from Cockeyed Creations, some more of the 3D printed ones that I refound and decided to use. But this pattern, you sew on the wings, you sew on the feet. This is all made into one piece. The bill, the head, the body is all one piece. You sew on this tail piece. You can kind of see there's a seam there. So you sew that on, and then you make the bow and just kind of stitch it on too. Again, I did not time this, and now I've gotten used to pricing things based on time. But he's pretty big, so I'm probably going to go in the $60 range for this guy. I definitely think he will sell. But very, very cute. Great pattern. I love all of her patterns. Next up, we have Chappie the Cappy from April at the Cozy Buckeye. I actually tested Chappie and made him in normal colors, but a strawberry themed one had been on my mind ever since I made him. So I may go back and add some seeds on him. I did add like a little strawberry stem, I can't think of what it's actually called, onto him. These take me about 25 minutes, and I will probably price them in the $10 to $12 range. And also, while we were there, April let us test her new unicorn pattern. To my knowledge, it does not have a name yet, but everybody was kind of picking and making them based on My Little Ponies. So I started looking and found kind of an obscure My Little Pony, and this is Banana Fluff. And if I can figure out how to do it, I'll post a picture over here of Banana Fluff. She is yellow with a yellow horn. She actually has purple and light purple hair. She has a stripe. I didn't have really a light purple. This is periwinkle, which is like a blue purple, so it's the best that I've got. There are some more of the 3D printed eyes that I used from Cockeye Creations. And yeah, this actually worked up really quick. I can foresee making a bunch of these for markets. Again, I did not time this one, but I will probably price this one around the $18 to $20 range. I have a market coming up in a couple of weeks, and I made these next guys specifically for that market. We have Enid and Esther the crows. These are from Kai's Crochet Corner. I'm going to show each of you. I'm going to show each of you. I'm going to show each of them separately to you. This one is Enid. This is a pattern that you can purchase on Etsy. I made these eyes to go with him while I was there on the retreat. I brought some blank eyes, and Stacy, and actually Tara also, let us use their glitters and their mica powders if we wanted to paint some eyes. So I did that. I do have that stuff here at home, but I did not bring all of that with me. I love it. I did get sick of making toes after a while, but it's just so cute. This one does have the separate toes. I think these were crocheted in. The wings you sew on, the beak you sew on. You surface crochet this little hair piece, and then I think that you made the tail piece separately and you either sew it on or crochet it on. Honestly, I can't remember. But I really love the way this turned out with the Bernat Mystical, and then this is the basic Chanel Brights. And then this one is Esther. These toes are different. They're chained out, and you go, chain up and then come back down. I think they are crocheted in as well. You sew on the beak and the wings. And this tail might have been surface crocheted. I can't honestly remember. I've had these eyes forever. These are also some more eyes that I refound whenever I cleaned off my cart and took it to the retreat. I think these may have been from East Coast Eyes. I'd have to go back and look. But this one is a free pattern on her Instagram. Let's see. I had said I would probably price these at $20 and $30. That is my plan as of right now. That may change whenever I get to my market in a couple of weeks. But both are really cute patterns. I did enjoy them, and I definitely foresee myself making more, probably of this one. This one was my favorite of the two to make. Next up is Bramble the Bear. This is from Riley at Pocketful of Posies. You sew on the head and the ears, but the arms, legs, and tail are all crocheted in. So I got this one because I tested her beaver pattern, and she was sweet enough to offer us another one of her patterns as a thank you. And this is the one that I chose. I did use the beaver as my plushie giveaway item. I think that Michelle with Bobble Stitch Queen ended up with it. But yeah, this is Bramble the Bear. I loved him. He was really quick and easy to work up. He actually worked up smaller than I expected, but I honestly love his size and will definitely be making more of these. Again, I did not time it, but I have said I would probably sell this guy at $30. And that is Bramble the bear. Next up, we have Pesky the pixie. I just love her. These eyes were from I think they were called the Mad Hatter, and I believe they were from Saucy Puffin Crafts. If that is not correct, I will list in the description who they were from. I've also had these for quite a while, forgot about them, refound them, but I love the way this little guy turned up. Her pattern does call for wings, but I did not do the wings on it. You sew on the head, you sew the ears, the arms, the legs are crocheted in, and then you just surface crochet these little antennas in. This is also with the Parfait, no, this is with Premier Plush. And I said that I would sell this one for $30 as well. I do want to make some more of these too. I just think it's really cute. Next up is Maury the little vessel. This is from Not Magic. And I have made this one before. It takes an hour to make. You do sew on the head, and then you make this little neck ribbon, and then you just pull it around and stitch it together in the back. So like I said, I've made a couple of these for my next market. I do want to make a couple more of them. The pattern does have a tail included. I did add the tail on another one, but I did not add him on this one. These eyes were from Mom Stitchetti from one of her drops. Do not remember which ones these were called, but I have had these for quite a while as well, just waiting for the perfect project. And last up, I wanted to show you guys what I got from our plushie exchange. This was made by Katrina at Faith and Loops Crochet. And as I've said, I'm currently obsessed with geese. So I was really excited. I can't remember who opened this originally. Maybe April with the Cozy Buckeye. And then Logan with Sunny Days Crochet stole it. I really thought that Tara with Old Soul Factory was going to steal it from Logan. And the rules when we play are the third person that ends up with it, it's locked. You can't steal it anymore after that. So Tara was right before me. I thought she was going to steal it. I gave her really sad puppy dog eyes. I wish I had a clip of it, but I know some of the other girls do. So if you go watch their videos. But Tara did not steal it. So when it was my turn, I got to steal the duck from Logan. And all she asked was that I name it Logan. So meet Logan the goose. It was made by Katrina with Faith and Loops Crochet. And that's everything that I crocheted while we were on our retreat. I don't know if I mentioned it, but we did get there on Tuesday evening, and then we left early on Sunday morning. It was just a lot of fun. There's just something to be said about sitting around with a bunch of women who are also small business owners. I think maybe everybody there does markets, or they sell in other shops. A lot of them are YouTubers. They just get it. And it's just so much fun to be able to sit around for a few days. We just get together with a bunch of women and crochet. We had so much fun. We had so many laughs, so much good food. We binged some reality TV, which was really fun. We watched a lot of YouTube. We found some new YouTubers that were recommended. So yeah, it was just a really good time. We are already talking about our next one, and I cannot wait for that. So yeah, that's it. I think this is the end of my first YouTube video. If you have watched this far and made it through, I really appreciate you. Whoa, why am I getting teary-eyed? This is so cheesy. Okay, I don't know why I'm getting all teary-eyed and sappy. This is not how I wanted to end my first YouTube video, but if you are still here, I'm very appreciative of you for staying and watching all of this. I'm very appreciative of the women that I go on these crochet retreats with. I do consider them all friends, and I really do appreciate them pushing me out of my comfort zone to hop on here and give YouTube a shot. There's not going to be like a really set schedule. I do want to try to do a video a month. That will be my plan. They will be monthly roundups. And when I start market season, I may also do market recaps, maybe kind of show you setting up, some clips from my markets themselves, tear down, and then kind of give you a breakdown of how everything went. And yeah, we'll see how it all goes. I do a ton of pattern tests. If you know me, I test several hundred patterns a year. I will also be including all of those and giving you details on those from different designers when I make them. And yeah, I guess that's it. I'm going to go ahead and hop off here. Do all that stuff you're supposed to do if you don't mind. Like, subscribe, follow, share. I appreciate all of it. I appreciate all of you. And until next time, I will see you later. Happy crocheting!